drink some beer! Any craft brewery I go to, I try a Pilsner because that's like the blank slate. Mm-hmm. And that's the easiest to find faults. And it was not good.
Ooh,
it wasn't good.
Bummer.
And I usually try to courtesy finish the beer.
No.
But I couldn't. I felt really bad taking to the counter. They're like, "Oh, did you not like it?" And I was like, "I'm just full."
Not even a courtesy finish.
I couldn't do it.
That's rare for you.
It was that. It is.
But we're adults. We don't have to courtesy finish.
Yeah.
It's, if you don't like it, don't.
You can have chocolate cake for breakfast. You're an adult. It's totally doable.
We're on the air. you Tommied us. We're on the air.
Yeah. Well, you started talking, so I figured,
All right.
But it is 93.7 KAZY and the Craft Beer Buzz, and it's kind of how we roll sometimes.
Yeah.
And we're still on our first beer here, this Pixin Pepper Porter, which lives up to its name.
Say that 10 times fast.
Pixin Porter. Hang on, I got to read it. Let me do it. I'll do it 10 times fast. You count. Pixin Pepper Porter, 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 Pixin Pepper Porter.
Wow, he did it.
Boom! Mic drop.
Awesome.
Get that man a beer.
Yeah, I'll get one.
But with that, we have a special announcement. I ain't going to say this 10 times fast. We're going to leave this to like Chuck, but we have a special announcement concerning the show here.
Yes.
A little bit of seriousness here for the next 10 seconds or so.
Right.
Just say not very long.
Not very long.
So you're used to us from like 4:30 to 5:30-ish. Starting in March, we're growing up and we're getting more adult. We're going to go from like 7 to 8-ish. And it's always 8-ish or 7-ish because we're always drinking-ish and we're not always on our game-ish.
And it'll be nighttime-ish no matter what-ish.
Right.
So still on 93.7 KAZY, but we're just shifting over like 7 to, we'll just say 7 to 8.
Post happy hour.
Yeah, post happy hour.
Yes.
Nice.
So, yeah. So just a heads up there if you show up next week and you're like, hey, where are you? You're early.
But we'll make mention of it on like the Facebook page,
Yes.
Stuff like that, social media, so you know where we're at and when we're at.
And if you don't know by all of that, then you'll find us someday.
Well, you can find us at the Peppermill.
Yeah.
Usually.
Thanks, Peppermill.
Thanks,
So,
Peppermill.
I see this awesome beer you took out next. I think we've had that before last year.
Yes, so we haven't had this yet. So we had...
we haven't had it yet.
No, we have had this before, but Tommy hasn't yet.
Okay, this is new to me. Right on.
Yeah, so as we continue to be...
Teaching
Tommy T. Because you're learning a lot, but when you came in here, and it's not a slight...
Oh, yeah, I
you didn't
understand.
know crap about beer.
No.
But it's so fun learning, and it's so fun teaching, and the best part is as you're learning, you get to drink beer.
You
Yes.
should have said he didn't know craft about beer.
That's true. But that's also the same thing when we first started the show like 3 years ago.
Right.
It
Beer is good.
Yeah, it's so fun. And that's one of the things I love about the beer business is teaching about beer. So we're going to get into, we've gone over hops before. We've done malts and whatnot. We're going to go into a more yeast profile beer. The star of this is not going to, it'll be malt a little bit, but it's mostly the yeast. So this is a Belgian double. It is on nitro. Usually you hear the word Belgian, the star is going to be yeast. So,
Oi!
Nice.
spritzed everywhere.
Yes.
Say it in Irish. Oi!
Man, you know what? When that opened up as well, it did spray all over the studio just now.
It did.
But the
Just like I do
got
sometimes.
this massive whiff of almost like candy sugar, almost like cotton candy.
Huh.
I don't know if anyone else is going to get that right now, but that's what I got.
So is this out for St. Patrick's Day? Is this like a special release? Like
No. So this is
or seasonal?
this was a previous seasonal.
Okay.
Belgians also do a great job aging. So usually, like IPAs, don't age them. Hops die the quickest. Anything that is, like lagers, pilsners, things like that. That if it's not strong in flavor profile, if it's not high in alcohol, or if it's hoppy, those age terribly. But anything that has like yeast does a phenomenal job aging because, year over year, it's going to change. The flavor's going to change it could be for the better. Sometimes it's for the worse, just like with wine or anything else you'd be aging. Sometimes it gets better. Sometimes it doesn't.
Just
Yeast. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I was going to say yeast in general just does that over time.
And I was going to say Chuck's talking and boring me, so I want to tell you what this tastes like. It tastes like like drinking, like I get a little bit of an apple juice.
Yeah, I
Like
get that.
not overwhelming, but like it tastes like if apple juice was a beer, but not
Apple
on
cider-ish,
accident.
yeah.
Apple Tommy.
Yeah.
Apple Tommy.
Apple Tommy.
Adam, Tommy, what do you guys get out of it? Have another beer, Chuck.
Honestly, this reminds me of my first attempt at homebring. It's really good. I like this.
Nice.
But it does have that, like you said, that yeast kick to it. Or I
Yeah.
can't even call it a kick, but just that yeast age goodness.
And for me, yeast is not my favorite, but I guess with the taste of this being a little more citrusy, kind of helps
Appley.
balance it out a bit.
Orchardy. No, I'm just
Orchardy?
kidding.
Well, yeah, in this case, it would be orchardy.
Yeah, this is more like a drunk orchard. So a lot of times Belgian yeast. You want some more?
Oh, actually, no.
So you were
I
talking.
would like more of this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go back to the
Yes.
pixels.
You were
the
talking
fix-it.
about the alcohol content in an ale. So what is the alcohol content on that left hand?
7.9.
Oh, so it's higher.
7.9.
So the more yeast, the higher.
So is it no? Well,
'Cause I wasn't listening to
yes,
you when you were talking. 'Cause
Yeah, because you were bored. So the more yeast that goes into the beer, the higher the alcohol content is going to be.
Cool.
But it's also a combination of yeast and sugar. Because if it's not, like when we're playing 4-player Pac-Man at the Pepper Mill, it's like Pac-Man's the yeast, and all the little white balls are the sugar, and and at that point it excretes alcohol. So you have to feed the yeast,
with sugar.
right? But if it's you got those two combinations, it's going to be higher in
Nice.
alcohol.
Now, doesn't also the kind of yeast depend on it as well? Because once the alcohol content gets to a certain level, it'll kill off the yeast.
Yep, that is
so
true.
you have to use certain yeast to get up above a certain level.
Is it weird that yeast is like the word moist to me? Like I don't like that word. Moist
I don't
does not
think
bother me.
a lot of people like the word yeast. Maybe we'll just start referring to it as
The yee.
just
Pac-Man?
yeah, just the
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man's going
Oh,
forward.
the Pac-Man.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, fermentation through Pac-Man.
All right. So, should we take another break? I want some more of that Belgian style double.
Yeah, and as we're drinking, and if you're wondering what to do, remember tonight LS DJing trivia going on tonight at the Pepper Mill from 7 to 9.
Adam, is there anything coming up that you want to talk about? Lots of stuff. Oh my God, he started having smoke coming out. All right.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff.
All right, so next segment, he's looking at his watch like we don't have time. Yeah, next segment, let's talk about some of the stuff that's coming up at the Pepper Mill.
Sounds good.
All right, 93.7 KAZY, it's the Craft Beer Buzz.
He'll be right back.